We starting again?
Go.
Okay, we're going to do trapeze. So we're going to throw this on here. The one with the clamp goes on the top.
Why does it?
These screw in. This is up higher, so you can adjust it a little bit easier. You're not standing on your head when they have to adjust this for height. These here can, when you're putting these on, you have to bring them out together or in together. They come in and out fairly smooth if you do it together, but if not, if you get one and then the other, sometimes they get really hard. So try to bring them out together at the same time. They have a little bit of padding right here, which helps clamp these things in.
Why do you put it on the side, Trav?
On the side?
Yeah, not right in the middle.
Oh. If you put it in the middle, your bar, your clamp, this clamp you're going to put down here is going to get interfered with that piece right there for your crank. So you're going to, it has to be offset a little bit. Otherwise it just hits that, and that's the main reason. So we want to get this good and tight. We don't want this to be slipping around. We don't want it moving on us. Because that'll be, when they pull on this, this is going to take a lot of pressure, a lot of torque, and we don't want it to move on them and have them get hurt. So.
Trav, when I've done these before, I've tried to put the one on the bottom, put it where you want it, tighten that really hard because you may have to move the top one around a little bit.
Right. Because this one doesn't matter. On the bottom, you're going to slide this piece in. Now, one thing to kind of watch for, if the bed, you don't want this sitting on the ground. Because if this bed goes to adjust down, it's going to hit the ground and stop that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You don't want that down too far. Plus, that's really, really low. That's going to be right in their face. Mm-hmm. So we want this up a little bit there. Then we can flip this over and clamp that. And again, you want to make sure when you're training people, because this is a lot of torque, this can come loose over time again, and so we've got to make sure that they know how to tighten this up. Whenever I'm doing these, I'd really like to use a Leatherman and really tighten these things up really well. Then there's just no chance of that thing coming off. And then do the same thing with this. Okay? Now, weight limits on this. This will hold 250 pounds on here. So if you're heavier than that, you're going to break your headboard. So you've got, if you're heavier than that, you have to go with the bariatric trapeze, and we'll show you that one next. Now the adjustment for this, there's two adjustments. This is a little clamp here again. You loosen this clamp here. This allows this to move in or out depending on where it's most comfortable for them. What you're trying to do is get it in a position where they can get a hold of this and pull themselves up. So they've got to have some upper body strength. Not a lot of people have enough strength to use this by themselves, but in a hospice situation, what you'll find is they'll use this, the patient will try to pull as much as they can, and then the family member or caregiver can assist with the rest of the weight. So it's not like they're going to do a chin up on this usually because they don't have the strength, but they can position themselves a little bit. This S hook here allows you to take this triangle and keep it from being here. You can shorten the triangle length and bring it up to the height that's most comfortable for them. And then this will be hanging in their face, so they can just take this and flip it up over and get it out of the way. Just get it out, because this can swing and smack them in the face. If you're setting this up with a patient in the bed, be very careful that this doesn't break loose and come and smack them. You want to be very, very careful with that triangle so you're not injuring someone. So let's talk about this floor stand. This floor stand, then, this is used underneath a regular bed. And some of them will have pins on them. I don't know if you can see the pin. There's a pin set here. Some of them have that pin, some don't. With that pin, if it does have a pin, make sure that's engaged. And then this floor stand slides under the head of the regular bed. And this clamp system attaches here. Just like it is on this bed here, it attaches right here. Identical, if that makes sense. Okay, so the same thing, same clamp and everything will go attaches to this. This becomes your headboard kind of thing. Okay?
If they're using that, is it gonna pull?
This? Yeah, this will, if you see, I'm about 260. If I'm pulling, you can see that's a lot of flex in that. This will flex a little bit as well, but it's only rated for 250 as well. So this will flex less than this, but it's still rated for 250. That's the max. If we want to go heavier than that, we got to do a bariatric trapeze, and we'll show you that one next.